What's up, everybody? This is Gary, your host from Killer Off-Road Hobbies, and today we are focusing on the Arrma Kraton V3 1/8 scale 4-wheel drive monster truck. Now, this is the newest version of the Kraton. As you know, as I said, it's the V3, so that means version 3. And this thing has some upgrades over the V2 and a bunch of upgrades over the V1. It has a lot of similarities to the V2, but it's got a few minor changes that should make this an even better rig than it already was. So let's break it down. Alright, so first thing you're going to notice is that yes, it does sit higher. This is the highest sitting Kraton so far, which is very nice because, whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Anyways. So, the V1 sat about like that, like no joke. V2 was about like that, and now you can see the V3 is very, very, very stable, but has good clearance underneath. And I think it is much better that it sits up higher like this, because this is a monster truck. It's it looks a lot like a truggy. It is a trugified monster truck if you want to go as far as saying that, but it is classified as a monster truck. So I am very, very happy that they gave this the extra clearance underneath and bigger stance to make it look more like a monster truck and less like a truggy. Now, if you look at the tires are the same tires that came on the V2. I am not a huge fan of these tires. They do okay, but I find them to have pretty lacking traction on most everything. Even on pavement, asphalt, they don't do very good. They don't get a lot of traction. I would have really liked to seen the boost backflips on here. That would have been awesome. That would have just nailed it. I think it would have been a much better sales point even over the Kraton if this would have had the boost backflips on it. They're much better tires. They're more of a aggressive tire, which would give this thing more of the MT look. But hey, they went with these tires. Like I said, these tires aren't horrible, but they're not good at all. So they're kind of in that area where they're usable, but you know, I would change them out personally. Other upgrades you get on this thing are the shocks. They have an upgraded 4mm shock piston and or shock shaft, I mean, and that'll give you more durability with the shocks, because one of the things that is weak on these things are shock rod ends, and the shocks themselves tend to bend on the V1 and the V2. So I think they addressed that with this by doing that. They do have these cap protectors as well. Not really sure what good they are gonna do, but we'll see that during testing, see if that helps at all or anything. This has the exact same body as the V2, which tends to blow out right here in the back, but overall the bodies hold up very well, especially with this tower to absorb a bunch of shock if you have a top landing or anything. It does have the heavier duty wing mount, also like the V2, to you know, help keep you from breaking that wing off. It does not have the wheelie bar though. I really would have liked to see them put the wheelie bar on this V3 that comes on the Outcast. That would have been a big upgrade, I think. But you do get this plastic shielding here. You do get the Outcast battery tray, which I liked it. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. I liked it. I found it to be much better than the V1 and V2 battery tray for sure. It has your typical other Arrma stuff. It's got the 15 kg waterproof metal geared steering servo. It's got the BLX 185 brushless system with the 2050 kV brushless motor and the 150 amp 4 to 6S capable ESC. Now this is basically a Hobbywing quick run. You can program this thing with a Hobbywing program card, so keep that in mind. Everything's waterproof. All the electronics on this are waterproof, so you can get this thing wet without having to worry about it. Let's jump over to the boring stuff real quick. It does come with this Tactic 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. I love these transmitters. I am a huge fan of these, and I really appreciate their design and everything. Simple but effective. Runs off 4 AA's, so that is a win in my book. Also, it comes basically with this all-in-one owner's manual. You know, it's got Tython, Talion, Kraton, Sinton, Outcast all on here. Talks about lipo safety. You do get some tools in here, and you do get XT90 connectors, which is very nice. I run XT90 connectors and XT60s. I'm a huge fan of these, and it's very nice that they supply you with a set of them to put on your batteries or whatever. Very, very cool. And the manuals are awesome. Absolutely detailed down to the last nut and bolt. Very, very good by Arrma to do all that stuff. Other than that, it's a Kraton. A Kraton is a Kraton is a Kraton, right? It's got typical H-arms in the rear with camber links, so your camber will be adjustable. It's got aluminum threaded bodied shocks, so you will be able to adjust ride height with that, and a little bit of your dampening. It does have 3 points on the aluminum rear shock tower that you can put your shock to adjust spring rates, basically. You can move it in and out. There is no other one on the A-arm. It does come with track bars front and rear. The rear shock tower is aluminum, looks to be about 3 millimeters thick. Typical Arrma stuff. Moving forward to the front, you have a pillow ball setup, so your camber will be adjustable. Due to that, it does have adjustable turnbuckles, so toe in and out will be adjustable as well. This does look like it has a little bit more of a front bumper than the other ones. I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem or not. That might break off. It might stay solid. We'll have to see during testing. Same setup with the shocks, except they're just shorter than the rear shocks. And it looks like, yeah, the aluminum shock tower in the front is 3 millimeters thick as well. And you do have 3 adjustment points for your shocks on the shock tower, but they are stationary on the bottom A-arm. All in all, this should be a decent rig. This system has plenty of power. I would run this system in any one of my A-scale RCs. This system, good system, really good ESC. The motor has tons of power, and those servos are nothing to scoff at. They are decent servos. Other than that, it's basically just your typical Kraton. Flat pan, aluminum plate chassis. It does have droop screws, so you will be able to adjust ride height with that as well if you want to slam it down and do some speed runs. Like I said, this thing is 4 and 6S capable. We will get some speeds on this. We will be testing this thoroughly, and we will be raffling it off at the end of testing. So if you're watching this video like months from now, this won't be available for raffle anymore, but this video hopefully will still help you decide whether you like the look of this or not. Alright everybody, so that's going to be the first look of the Arrma Kraton V3. Not a whole lot of difference here, but there is enough difference to make it a new rig, new shocks, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to test this thing out and get it raffled off. Alright everybody, go ahead and thumb up this video if you liked it. Please smash that thumbs down if you didn't. Either way helps me out, lets me know what you guys are liking and disliking. And hey, check out the description. As of the time of this video, you can still get in on this raffle, but if this video is old, this raffle will be done most likely, and we'll be on a different raffle. But check out my channel, you'll be able to see what's going on. I'm always posting update videos and everything. Other things you can do is get t-shirts, all kinds of Killer Off-Road Hobby stuff down in that description, so check it out. Maybe even become a Patron, help support the channel, keep stuff like this rolling in. Alright everybody, till the next video, we will see you then. Peace!